Hello everyone, welcome to the Web3 revolution for beginners. Today we are talking about DAOs. I will explain what is a DAO, why is it so important, and how it's going to change the way we work. And I'll explain how you can leverage DAOs to build a better life for yourself. I'll be doing all of this in 5 minutes, and I'll be doing all of this for beginners. The Web3 revolution for beginners, let's go! I want to start this video by a prediction. I believe that if you're watching this video right now, in the next 10 years, you will either create, work, or participate in a DAO. And a DAO can be an organization focused on any kind of subject. There could be a DAO for agriculture, science, education, investment, energy, and any type of sector that you can think about, there will be a DAO for it. So it doesn't matter what you're good in and what you're passionate about, because there will be a DAO and even multiple DAOs dedicated for you. So what exactly a DAO is? DAO stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization, and there are many definitions online. One that I particularly like is this one. So a DAO is an organization where people work together using transparent rules, and they use blockchain technology to coordinate themselves. There is no one person in place, but there are just rules and technology. I believe DAOs are super interesting because they combine a lot of technologies that are pretty recent, some of them less recent, but it's essentially a new way of organizing society. And I've put in a few words that I believe are very related to this concept. So the first one would be communities. Usually DAOs are from communities. And I'll explain in Motoko Bootcamp what I mean exactly by communities. They're also leveraging smart contracts and canisters. Of course, this is the basic infrastructure for building a DAO. They are using tokenization, so usually there will be a token for coordinating members and making sure that everyone is rewarded for the work they provide. Also, DAOs leverage open source because DAOs needs to be transparent. They need to be trustless organization. People can participate without having to trust everyone. So they usually needs to be open source. And finally, they are also, and more as we see them growing, leveraging artificial intelligence. A DAO could have a dedicated artificial intelligence that would provide information and help to the community members. Leveraging blockchain technology, we are able to create trustless software. Trustless software is simply a new form of software. And just like the internet and software change the way we work and the way we live, trustless software is going to do the same. For many reasons. I've listed a few of them. The first one is that trustless software cannot be corrupted. We have a lot of issues with corruptions. This is a simple way to solve that. The second one is that trustless software is global and accessible, so we can connect people from different parts of the world and they can work together. The third reason is that trustless software is usually open source, so it enables more innovation and more interoperability. For instance, on the internet computer, any canister is able to call any other canister, so you would be able to build new services and new businesses in ways that were not possible before when companies were using private APIs. The fourth thing is that trustless software is, well, transparent and auditable, so we can know what code is running, where the code is running, and that gives us strong guarantees for building applications and social network. The fifth thing is that there is no middleman, so it reduces the cost and also usually reduces speed for transactions. And the last one, which I believe is the most important and the most interesting, this new software, we can co-own it. So I've already talked about that in my video about the internet computer. And it's also a collaborative way of building software and building work. So why do I call this the Web3 revolution? It's not so much a typical revolution. It's not about destroying a system. It's about building a new one. And so I believe in the next few years, things will unfold like this. The first step is this step of co-own and transparent software. Co-own and transparent software needs to be sustainable and scalable. Sustainable, there needs to be a business model. There needs to be a way for people to live by building the software. And then scalable, it needs to be able to scale and to reach millions of people, billions of people, potentially. So this is the first step, and we are still in this step, and it will probably take many years before we move out of that step. Then DAOs will be able to thrive, because right now DAOs have a very negative connotation associated with them, because they are mainly about making money and about making speculation on top of a token. This is not what DAOs are about. DAOs are about providing real value to real people. Once DAOs will be able to do that, they will also need to find businesses and use cases and sustainable way to work and to live. And once this is unlocked, then this is when the reorganization of the world will take place. DAOs will lead to a major reorganization because those are essentially new organizations. And so governments and companies, they will need to integrate them in their way of work and in their way of governance. So this is a super exciting future, but this is also a very open future. There are many questions, many problems that we need to solve. I've listed a few of them here. For example, can DAOs outperform traditional companies and become better businesses? Can DAOs use artificial intelligence and how? Can DAOs integrate people that are not so good with technology? This is going to be a problem because some people will need to work for DAO, but they don't necessarily have the tools and the knowledge. And can local communities leverage DAOs? That's also an open question. As you can see, we have many questions to solve, and that's why we have Motoko Bootcamp. Motoko Bootcamp is a place where you will learn the foundation to build a DAO, but I don't pretend to have all the answers. That's why Motoko Bootcamp is also a place to brainstorm, experiment, and just try things about DAOs. We need to try and see what works, what doesn't work, so we can leverage the power of DAOs. And that's why I need you in the next Motoko Bootcamp. I hope to see you, and in the meantime, keep building